if I got the right match on the right table. So just bear with me a second and I'll sort this out. work to do here for Tommy. Might try and go into these. He's got a decent angle. He can just run the white through. Or he's decided not to. He's obviously going to take the outside one of the two first. Just pull the white back. That's perfect. So just this black for 1-all. If you're wanting to watch Liam Dunster versus Jack Whelan, just go back to Tsunami streaming on Facebook, and there's another live link there for you. There's no commentary on that one. But, you can see all the action as it happens. Oh, we can have a look on here. Currently 1-0, sorry. It's the first frame over there, it's just been won. I'm not too sure who's won it, they've not updated the score yet, so. Still okay, Tom. Not quite as he planned. But can take a long yellow to the top right, and he's still in good position. Just slightly wrong angle, but he can probably just drift up for the one along the top rail yet. He's decided to stay down here. If you've got YouTube, Natalie, you can also watch this match on YouTube. We're going live there as well today. Although you won't be able to comment, but if you're watching on your big TV, you won't be commenting anyway, unless you're doing it on your phone. He's under it that slightly. I don't think he can get through to the yellow along the top rail, so he's going to have to come down the table and back again. I'm sure he can't get through. Oh, made a miss of that one, Simon. Scotland Portu wants a hoping for a Simon Fitz Jack Whelan final. Well, all the players apart from Simon have travelled a fair distance today in the semi-finals that's left, so I suppose it really matters who gets to the final. The prize money today is £1,200 for the winner, £600 for the runner-up, and the losing semi-finalists guaranteed £300 each. Slightly under it, that undercut that did Tom. So let's give I was going to say a chance back to Simon, but this is not easy. I think he's got the wrong angle on this as well. He's played that well. You don't want to be hampered, and he's not. Also down here at Savannah's tonight we've got Kevin George versus Rob Dodd playing a money match. I think it's for about £7,000. Wow, that one just went in, went his feet, but he's overscrewed it. She's not quite settled in this game, Simon. He was flying in the last match. Yeah, and unfortunately we couldn't get that one on the stream because we're concentrating on this competition. I can tell you it's 1-1 in the other match between Jack Whelan and Liam Dunster. He's overcut that, Simon, and he's left Tom with a great chance now, taking the lead. Show you, Emma. This is Simon Fitzsimmons and Tom Cousins. Maybe that's a comment from before. That's a great shot from Tom. So just this blind down the rail to take a 3-1 lead. Overcut it. Now then, Simon. It's all about the first pot here. The one to the left middle does go. Simon on a good day, you fancy him to take these out. His only problem is going to be the red near the bottom. He needs to get back on it on the right hand side, take it to the left hand corner, but I can't see him having too much problem doing that. He's got plenty of options here. He could even send this round the angles, but he's just biding his time. He's got a chance now, I think, into the left middle to come down the table. All depends what angle he's got on it. Obviously not. So this will be the one. Just drop this into the bottom left. Just drift the white across. I think he's got just enough angle to do that. Not hard enough. He needed another inch or two there to be ideal. He may take the long one to the top lefty. I think he's straight enough to be able to pull the white back. Right hand side of this red. He's played that well. Back in position. The final of this will be played in the morning. I will find out exactly what time they're due to play it. I'm saying it will be played in the morning. It all depends what time they get finished, but I think it's going to be well past 10 o'clock tonight, so the talk was they're going to play it in the morning. But either way, the stream will go off after this match is finished and will be restarted if they are playing tonight, so you'll get a notification anyway. There's also a £20 a man comp down here at Savanna's tomorrow. Starts at 12 o'clock, so as long as you're in before 12 o'clock and the draw, you can get yourself entered. Now 2-1 to Liam Dunster against Jack Whelan. On the other table. Just have a quick look on the two tables set up. Liam Dunster at the table now on reds. Looking to go 3-1 up. This is what he's left himself with. That's a great pot from Liam to take a 3-1 lead. For a change, Liam's not hanging about. He's at it again on table 2. Just a quick flick over. You can see there he's on reds. A long one to the bottom right goes, and the other 2 nearest to the white ball goes as well. So he's got a great chance there of taking a 4-1 lead. think Danny Jones thinks Simon will win this one because it's his own venue and home table, but I think the biggest factor is that Tom doesn't normally play on these powder blues coming from the World Rules. Powder blues are mainly used in the black ball. So it's all about whether Tom can adjust okay, but he seems to have done okay so far today. He has struggled in a couple of matches, but I don't think it's going to be a landslide by any means, just because it's Simon's own venue and he's used to these cloths. Tom has got a big money game next week, so I am surprised, as much as he's probably doing this for a bit of practice for next week, I'm surprised he's come to play on these cloths, because the match next week will be on the green cloth. I presume it's going to be Ainsworth Max cloth, but certainly won't be these 861 powder blues. So I'm surprised he's playing them, because they do play a lot different. Good evening, Gareth. The main man's in the room. Anybody wants a racker triangle, he's a man to see. Gareth Aries at theracker.com. One of the sponsors on the Northern Tour. This coming season starts in January, not long now, about 8 weeks away. Deposits need to be in pretty quick if you want to secure your place on that. Some nice venues across the north of England. We are here at Savanna's. New club that's just recently been refurbished, Miss Q's, which used to be Norman's. It's Rochdale. We've got the White Rose at Ossett, Andy Appleton's place, Murphy's Sports Bar, Doncaster at Tom Eckingbottom's place, and then we'll be going up to room 21 in the northeast. Talking about the Northern Tour, John Cousins has quickly dispatched these. Just his black to level the match at 3 frames all. It's now 4-1 to Liam Dunster against Jack Whelan. Just while I was going to say, while Tom works out what he's going to do, we'll flick over to the other table, but it didn't take him long to work that one out. I'm not surprised, because them reds look really, really nice. I've just had I don't know why they're messaging me. I've just had a message to say that the heating's packed up at up there in Scarborough. Some pool competition going off there. Don't know why I'm laughing. Stephen Santa Alison. Oh, he's on the other stream. I'm watching both streams here on my phone. Just about to comment on something on the other table. I reckon these up will have a flick over to see what's happening over under the table, and it's Liam at the table again. Justice blank for a 5-1 lead against Jack Whelan. Who'd have thought it? And he's not hanging about, Liam, neither. So we'll come back to this one table again. I'm just going to quickly dive over to the other table. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. see Steve and Santa Allison watching both tables. Fair play to you. So just this black to level the scores at 4 frames all. Currently on table 2, it's 5-2 now to Liam Dunster against Jack Whelan. Yeah, Chris Allen Salmon always plays with his trousers like that. Yeah, McCoolson asking if I know the scores from the Kev George game against Rob Dodd. I think it's 3-1 to Rob Dodd, I'm not too sure. I'm just going to quickly dive into the other room and find out. But they've not been playing that long anyway. It is live on Georgina Owen's Facebook page, but picture's a little bit bright, so you can't really see it that well. But I do think it's 3-1 to Rob Dodd. Probably back in a few minutes and give you an update. those of you wondering what's happening, Simon's just nipped out for a quick cigarette break, so I think he's on his way back now. Kevin Butler's asking the prize breakdown. It's 1,200 to the winner, 600 to the runner-up, and 300 to the losing semi-finalists. And as I say that, Craig Sterling's just put it up, thank you very much. And Rob Dodd was leading 3-1, but as I went in there, Kev George just cleared up to make it 3-2. I think they're playing for around about £7,000 in the other room. It's now 6-2 on the other table to Liam Dunster. As we all know, Jack is well capable of clawing that back. So it's Tom now looking to level the scores. Now then, if he can run into the red here, he should be okay. Or if he can't, he's going to have to find the gap between the red and the cushion. Not happy, so he obviously hasn't quite got the right angle yet to just drop onto the red. If you can drop onto red, it's pretty much simple, but it's looking like he's having to. Now then, what's he done? He's football snookered himself, or has he? Can he flick it off the cushion? Have to. So Simon playing for this red just above the black into this bottom left hand corner pocket. And it's got a big bag there. He's going to need to catch the red now, I think. I'm not too sure if it goes clean. He may well do. He's played it off the cushion. He's played that. He's played it well. He was always going to move the red. That's about perfect. Just slightly low on the red so he can just run this through. So it's Simon that's about to take a 2-frame lead. And while they're racking them up, we come. Simon Fitzsimmons to break. Straight down the middle, stops the white in the middle of the table. Puck comes up dry. Whoa, that was miles away from the pocket. Looks of it, Dunster's at it again. Let's have a quick look. He's on yellows, and his awkward one's down the rail. If he nails that, it's more or less game over there, or frame over, should I say. Yes, Jordan, this is the semi-finals. He's played a great shot. So, it's looking all but 7-3 to Liam Dunster. You can see that match live on Facebook. It has got a separate link. Just go back to Tsunami Streaming if you want to watch it. And there'll be a separate live feed there for that. But he's certainly not hanging about, Liam. So we'll just watch this run out, and then we'll go back to table 1. Seven three it is. If you want to watch this match, just go to on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search Tsunami Streaming. We're streaming live there as well. Just this black for 7-4 to Simon Fitzsimmons. So with this game will stick. Tom Cousins to break, trailing 4 frames to 7. And that's another try break, or is it? Just managed to sneak healer in at the last minute, and I think it looks like he's be taking reds here. Yeah, Don, you're probably not far off that at the moment, although there's a long way to go in this match yet. Tom is quite capable of pulling these back, but Simon is playing pretty well at the moment. But it's Tom at the table. Trying a bit of a cheeky on there, Simon. He's not left a pot on. I don't think. He may well be able to get through to the middle one of the 3. How's your form? Bit of a smile on his face. And I'm not surprised then. Simon makes a comment. I won't repeat it, but you need a little bit of luck sometimes. Yeah, you're right, Emma, there is a long way to go in this. Anything can happen. Normally, after a break, in most matches, it turns. Although there's no breaks in this one, Simon does go out for a quick cigarette break every now and again, so it's like a little mini session really. So you just never know. It's a nice shot from Tom. Just this black. Pull one back. I keep reaching for the scoreboard after each frame, but it's the players that are sorting the scores out now. They've got a laptop side of the table. They're updating the scores. Richard Reed's asking if Dunster won. He's still playing. It's 7-3 at the moment in favour of Liam Dunster against Jack Whelan. Just while we'll let Simon break off first, and then we'll flick over. Liam's got a long black to make it 8-3. Simon's potted, and he's got a nice break there. He's having a good look at the black, is Liam. We'll flick over just in time. He's getting down for it. Great pot. And a lot of people talk about Liam and how slow he can be sometimes, but you know, he plays the game how he plays it. At the end of the day, it's effective for him. He measures every shot up, and he makes sure, and that's why he's such a good player. And you can't fault him for it really. He's so meticulous in everything he does. Even now he's checking the pack, checking every ball's touching. Not happy with it, so he re-racks him, and that's what you got to do. To be fair, it's not a slow match. I know he had a bit of a tussle in his last game against Dave McNamara, who, by the way, he's left the building. He did ask me to mention how good looking he was on the stream on his way out, but people that know me, I only tell the truth and I can't say anything like that. Good evening to Mark McClelland and young Charlie McDonough. Craig Day, as you can see on the chat, he took an early bath this morning, out first round to Jason Hill, 15-13. Craig Day's stuck his neck out and gone for Tom Cousins, 15-13. Tom's had a little bit of money on himself, so he'll be hoping Simon wins this. I won't be surprised if one or two more's had a bit of a bet on Tom. That's probably why Craig's left early. You know, I'm joking. Simon played really well in his last round, beating JJ 15-5. And he didn't hang about much then as well. This could go the same way. Maybe not quite as low as 5, but he could certainly run away with it the way he's playing. 8-5 Simon Fitzsimmons. And so back to table 1 we go. And Tom Cousins to break. What's that, Mark McClellan then? Sending me a love heart? Fair play here. Yeah, it is scheduled, the final, to be played tomorrow. Not too sure what time it is, but they may well play it tonight if it gets finished quick enough. But in the meantime, Liam Dunce has just taken a 9-3 lead against Jack Whelan. So the final could well be tonight, who knows, I don't know. But whatever happens, you will get a notification because I will restart the stream. No, I think what it is obviously JJ's got a comp booked tomorrow as well. He didn't want this dragging out till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was agreed earlier that the final would be played tomorrow, so I don't know, it's not my choice. But if the semis do finish early, then they may well get cracking with it. Wow, a little bit harder, that would have gone. Just while we was watching that black, Liam was in a little bit of trouble on the other table. Just pulled one out of the bag, and he's in with a shout, I think. I'll flick over in a minute or two. Well, Tom didn't want the flick on the yellow hurt. It's just made his clearance a little bit more difficult. It's a nice double. Now then, he's got an angle here to get up the table. Now, all depends if he's going to just try and drop on it to double it. If he's going to try and move it. Oh, how's he not potted the black? So he's just conceded. That different game in your locker if you need to. And apart from one match against Dave McNamara, he's had a couple of quick games today as Liam, so he's yeah, you're right there, Craig. People just do want to see the flair players playing, you know, but I think they seem to forget we all used to watch snooker at one time, and I think most of us used to like to watch the likes of Griffiths and Thorburn and the likes of them that wasn't massive break builders and played a very tactical game. There wasn't many flair players in snooker in them days, but obviously with pool now and the resurgence it's had over the last two years or so, we've seen a lot more attacking players coming through, like Simon Fitzsimmons and Jack Whelan and Tom, you know, and many others, and I think we've just got used to seeing a lot of out and out attacking play, certainly with Black Ball. So people are just used to it. They're not used to seeing that much tactical play from players, but you have to do what you have to do to win, and fair play to Liam. He's not been that way today at all. He's played very, very well. And Tom pulls another one back now to within 3, trailing 6 frames to 9. Yeah, you're probably... it's not a bad comparison, that, to be fair. Graham Dott, he is a very methodical player, but he can also, when he wants, he can also get around the table as well. I'll tell you what, he's at it again. He's Liam. We'll just flick over while there's a bit of work to do in this frame. Take a 10-3 lead, and I think Jack is certainly going to be home back in Derby before midnight, unless he pulls his finger out. people going about Liam Tunstall and the perception of how slow he is and what have you, but there's more people watching that table than there is this, so I think that's just for the purists. There's more purists about than there is. But this is semi-final round. Winners get 1200, runners up get 6, 300 to each of the semi-finalists. So Tom now looking to pull it back to within 2 again. Simon just breaking off, and he's come up dry. Certainly not hanging about. Did I say 8-3? 11-3. frame behind now. This game is live on YouTube as well, for those of you with smart TVs. Just have a quick look on the other table. Of course it'll catching the yellows. So we'll just wait while he's ready to take his shot, and we'll have a quick flip back and see what he does with it. Oh, it's looking. Dunster's flying round the table, Craig. He ain't hanging about. I mean, I know these have played 17 frames as opposed to the 14 on the other table. There's not that many frames in it. Difference, really. But he's just smashed the break, and he's had a right break. That's the result. This is. Once again, he's got a right chance. Oops, Craig Day's walking Mr. Clough up. Good evening, Lee. Hope the foot's a bit better. So, just this red and the black to level the scores up at 9 frames all. All of a sudden, I've got a game on our hands. I think Simon's just going to go for a quick cigarette break. So we'll be taking a few minutes. In the meantime, So, as we saw, Liam Dunster winning that last frame, 13-3. Back to this match. Simon breaking, and they split very nice. Apart from the red and the yellow that's together, but they are a plant, so he may play red onto red, onto the yellow, and go yellows. He's got one awkward yellow, which is just below that then. But if he plays it with a bit of pace, he might be able to develop it. No, he couldn't, so. But he's okay there. And I think a lot of it with Liam is he when he comes to the table, he has a good look round. He works a route out. Once he's worked his route out, he doesn't take much time, unless something goes wrong. But he doesn't take much time executing it. It's just the working out. And I know Lee's watching, and he won't mind me saying this as well. But Lee's pretty similar in a way. He looks at the table and he works a route out, and then he has a go. And when he has a go, he doesn't stop halfway through and reevaluates or anything. His route's already planned, and as long as it all goes to plan, he doesn't hang about. There's a couple of players like that, and nothing wrong with that really. You know, I suppose that is the way, really, to play the game. I think Liam is looking like he's about to go 14-3. Let Simon finish this break off first, and we'll flick back over. He doesn't want to miss the black, and he has. I don't think he can get through to it. Or can he? He's holding his head. I don't think he can. He's going to have to swerve this. So we might not get to see Liam's finish, because he's took them all and he's down on the black, and just think he's overscrewed the white there. Which he does. So that's a couple of times now Simon's just run out of position and given Tom an easy finish. He'll be kicking himself. And it's Liam to break, by the looks of it. So we'll just have a quick look at Liam's break. He's certainly putting plenty into it. Table 1. Tom Cousins just breaking off. Red gone down. Yeah, you're right as well, Stephen. St. Allison, massive game, and no stream on it. It's unbelievable when you think about it. Although, to be fair, I don't think I've seen too many streamers in Ireland that will actually travel about. They're usually pretty much fixed streams from what I've seen. So maybe that's one of the reasons. They could have given me a call, I suppose, but then I'd have probably said no. They're being Farnsworth. But there is one or two streamers knocking about now, certainly in the UK. It's getting better and better as well, by the way. So it's looking good. All helps towards the promotion and development of pool. Not quite everyone, Stephen. All of a sudden, the tide could be turning here. Do we pull on this back? Been a little bit high on this black, and he has done. That's perfect for the back double. No comments. So again, well, Liam's having a good walk around the table. He's having a look at that. Again, he's be picking his route out, but we'll watch Simon smash these into oblivion, which he normally does. He's been a bit unlucky with the white there, though. And he hasn't got anything on. I'm saying he hasn't got anything. He's got this yellow down this bottom right-hand corner. It will nip. It looks like it'll nip anyway. I don't think he's got anything else. Liam's still walking around the table, having a good look. But he's certainly having a good think about that. I think Jack just wants to shake his hand. I'm sure I streamed Liam against Jack not that long ago in a comp down here at Savannah's, and if I'm not wrong, I think pretty much the same happened then. He may well have been in the IPA World Series early on this year. I think Liam qualified that date. Well, obviously the finish wasn't there because he's decided to play safe as Liam. Jack straight to the table and getting down. And well, he was snookered, so a bit of frustration now I think coming out of Jack, which I suppose in a way you can't blame. It's very difficult if you're a quick player and you're playing somebody that's methodical like Liam. I've got nearly twice as many now watching the other stream. Probably can't believe what they're seeing. Not that Liam's not capable of beating Jack, but the difference in the scoreline. And it's not that slow of a match, to be fair. They're only 4 or 5 frames behind this game. But, well, Simon's having a good look at this. Liam has got a chance to close the match out. We'll go back in a second or two if he gets close to it. But you've got this on the big screen up there in Players Lounge, Stephen. Even JJ's got it on the big screen in the other room, live on Facebook. Right next to the arena where the money match is going off as well. No worries, I was just joking, but it would be nice when these streams going off around the country for clubs to have them on live, on the big TVs, on the big screens. Just something for the players to see. While Tom's having a look at this one, just flick over. Cousins has just missed. I didn't say he just missed, he just took Simon up. Simon's back at the table. Cheers, thanks Gareth. Gareth Aries there in the chat. Not got your logo on tonight, but it will be back on very shortly. Gareth is the man to see if you want one of these racket triangles. They are there for the players to use today, but not all of them have used them. It's not, obviously it's not compulsory for these to use them. It's not my comp. But I have brought them, but if you want one of these racket triangles, they are very, very simple to use, very effective. Just email them at gareth@therracket.com and he'll sort you out with something. They do them in plain colours and two-tone colours. And you wouldn't have been saying that this morning, Stephen. I was panicking a little bit. As always, at the start of a stream, well, this morning I was a little bit late setting off from Blackpool to get here to Manchester. I was looking for a couple of cables that I knew wasn't far away because I had them the week before. But I'd already packed them and I was looking for about an hour for these two laptop cables. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to go without them, so I took two older laptops just to be on the safe side. And when I got here, the cables was packed away, so could have been an hour before. So I was a little bit on the minutes setting up, but we got there in time. But Liam now on the his hand off screen there, and that's Liam to the final. Unlucky Jack Reelan. I'm sure it won't be long before he's back on stream somewhere, playing in the final stages. It's even back to wrong cue. We're laughing at each other. Neither one of them would want to put the wrong cue in the case, but put Liam Dunster's cue in his case. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm sure we'll see Jack final stages at a comp very soon on stream. Oh dear, miscue from Tom Cousins. I will go and have a look at the money match score, so just bear with me a second. Yeah, it's 10-7 to Rob Dodd. Yeah, I think, as far as I know, Emma, it is. I didn't even ask that, to be honest with you. But I'm sure it's a race to 21. It might even be 25. I will find out next time I go through. But yeah, it could well be 25 actually. It's 11-7 now, and the money match next door to Rob Dodd, first to 21. Yeah, Jim Johnson, Zach just missed out in the first round. 15-9, Zach lost to JJ Fall. Who, he came in, he thought he had a bye. And JJ stepped in at the last minute to make the 16 up. So I did not say him, I thought I said. 11-7 it is to Rob Dodd. Would have been unlucky there. Simon's left a yellow. I think it still goes to the right centre, but a little bit awkward to get on now. If you want to the left centre, just above the red goes, then it's still okay yet. He's not played that the best. He's certainly struggling a little bit here, is Simon. He's feeling it a little bit at the moment, is Simon. Not a lot you can do when the ball's not running your way. Evening, Dean. As far as I know, the final's in the morning. I did ask Simon before, and he wasn't sure exactly what time it would be. I presume it's going to be something like 11, 12 o'clock. There is a £20 a man comp on tomorrow as well. So if you're not too far away, as long as you get here for 12 o'clock, pay your money, you'll be in it. Yeah, it's money match day down here at Savannah's next Saturday. I'm not too sure of the full lineup as yet. All I do know is Donna Evans is one of the matches. I think that's been well publicised on Facebook over the last few months. But yeah, I'm not too sure exactly the full lineup, but back here again next week. dear, that was a little bit astray from Simon. He was awkward queuing, but you would have thought he'd have got that all day long. And Tom's at it as well. Oh, it's been a long day. And all first to 15s as well. So tiredness will certainly be playing a part as well now. A lot of pools to be played in a day. That's Simon's 71st frame of the day. Tom's played 66, I think. So it's bound to take it out of you a little bit. As far as I know, Emma, yes, I am streaming the comp tomorrow, which is one of the reasons why the final's being played tomorrow morning as well. JJ didn't want it going on till 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going to be back first thing for the £20 a man comp. So I'll be streaming the final first thing, and then I'll be moving into the £20 a man comp. I may well even have a camera on one of the games on the £20 a man comp. It all depends on whether they put somebody on the next table or not. They may well not do, so I might just move over to that the competition tomorrow after the final of this. I do know that Liam's staying over tonight, so he'll not be too fussed about playing it now. Like I say, he's had 60 odd frames as well today, so he'll probably prefer now to come back fresh in the morning, no matter who's playing. And if Tom takes these out, he's one frame away from it being him. And after the shaky start, seems to have pulled it together now. Black makes it 14-12. So Simon's going to have to do something here. He needs to win the next 3 frames. He's got to play a flawless pool now. And unfortunately we won't be able to get a camera on the money match either because they're too far away. We have got some long cables but not quite that long. And once again Simon breaks off, goes in off, hands the frame more or less on a plate and the match to Tom Cousins. Of course I can't see Tom missing these. All he's got to do is develop the red that's on the side rail. And he's got the frame at his mercy. Whoa, you try to play it right down the rail, and sometimes you're probably better off playing it onto the bottom cushion and letting it have a bit of a bounce, because you catch that jaw, anything can happen. He's still okay. So he's played for the one nearest to the pocket. Or is he coming down the table? He's coming down the table, which I suppose is not a bad shout. Clear that one out of the way. He can go back up the table now, get rid of them, and then use these last two down the bottom end of the table for the black. He's just removed the problem. Oh, he's overcut it. That's just rushing. That was a simple red for him, and he's just rushed it. I really don't know, Don, until this match is finished and Simon speaks to Liam and Tom, if Tom gets through. I really don't know. I presume it's going to be something like 11 or 12 o'clock, but if you've liked the page on Tsunami Streaming on Facebook, you'll get a notification anyway. Nice morning call for some of you. If you're in that bed that late in the morning, you'll get a nudge when we're about to start. But whatever happens, we will be starting around about 12 o'clock for the £20 a man comp, no matter what. So I presume it's going to be something around then. Yeah, you're right, Dean, he shouldn't be doing, but like I said before, it's been a long day. I think this is Tom's 67th frame of the day. Simon's played 70, this will be his 72nd frame. So even though they've only played just short of 3 matches each, there's been a lot of frames included. So it can take its toll. And Simon there's just let one slip, just run out of position slightly. I don't think he can get through to the one just below where his hand was into the middle pocket. He may well be able to, but it looks tight. Well, he can't. But the problem he's going to have is getting back up for the one near the top cushion. So he's all over the place here at the minute. He needs a good shot here to get ideal position to get back up the table, and I can't really see where he's going to get the ideal position from, unless he lands low on this yellow, just slightly low on it. But the angle on this pot here is not going to. He needs to come with something here. He's gone back up the table, and he's not got it. I think he was forced into going back up the table because he didn't have the angle to get through past the red, which is what he needed to do really. So this could be Simon's last shot, because he can't get through to the potting angle on the yellow, and he's only got a thin edge on the one just below the black, and I don't think it pots into this right corner. So there's not a lot he can do here, and there's not a lot he can't even leave the white anywhere to stop Tom from getting in. So you might see him chuck his cue at this and hope for the best. Well, there you go. He did exactly that, and it's not come out well. He can play the plant now, the one nearest to the top cushion. middle one of them three, and it's more or less game over. We've even got Barbara Taylor watching. Good evening, Barbara. Come to watch some proper pool. This is closing stages of the second semi-final of the Savanna Open, black ball rules, and I think this could well be the last finish of the night. The final will be played tomorrow, I do believe. Don't go too far away because it might well still be played tonight, I don't know. But it's looking like it's going to be tomorrow. And just this last red and the black for Tom Cousins to take a 15-12 victory. He's played that well. Unlucky to Simon, just ran out of steam in the end. A little bit of bad running as well, but Tom's took his finish as well. And fair play to him. So I'll go and find out exactly what's happening. And I'll be back with you very, very shortly, just to let you know. So it is going to be 10:30 in the morning. They're going to play the final. Obviously, Tom's had a long day. You could tell there he was tiring a little bit. He doesn't want to carry on. I don't think Liam's too fussed either. Liam's staying over, so he might as well come in here in the morning nice and fresh. So it's going to be 10:30, and then following the final, we will be streaming the £20 a man comp. If you want to enter that, just get yourself down here before 12 o'clock and get yourself entered. Thank you for watching, thank you for sharing, thank you for your comments. We'll see you all again tomorrow, and that's it for me.
They're playing tomorrow. 10:30 in the